Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm going to just show you how we pop these little sort of ballerina dresses together. Now these come in my Pirouette of Pink kit, which I showed you in the Friday freebie video yesterday. I'll pop a link down below for it as well, so you can go and take a look. And it's lovely, really lovely. So this is like your little corset top, and then you've got these bits that you cut out as the little skirt, which is beautiful. And these are the two that I've already made. So this one, all as I've done, I've added a little bit of seam binding, a little seam binding bow, and then I've got some cheesecloth, which I've just sort of like popped in between. Can you see I've sort of like sandwiched bits in between, so it gives you this beautiful little sort of like raggedy skirt on there, which I think is beautiful, and some little gems on there. This one is more simple. I've just popped these together, popped a little velvet bow on there, and then some little bits on the top. So beautiful. I've also scaled these down, so I've printed 2 to a page. Well, you get 2 on here anyway. So I've just shrunk this down so you get 2 per page, and that gives you these lovely little ones. So I've made one there, which I'm loving. Now I think you could probably make this into a little paper clip. I haven't done this one because it's still wet. I've still got some glue. I did put some glitter on that one, but I just love it. Aren't they just beautiful? So I'm going to pop those to the side, and I'm going to show you how I make them. Now I've got them here cut out. So let's do this one here, which I just love. So I've got them all cut out ready, and I'm just loving them. I think they're just so pretty. Okay, so the easiest way I find to do it is just set them down like you would. Now I've attached them to the back, but again, if you wanted to, you could pop them on to the front like that and then just cover that bit up. But I think just popping them onto the back. Now it depends, you can have your skirt right out like that. It depends what you're going to do with it. Just what I mean, if you're going to pop it onto your journal and things like that. So what I'm going to do, I've got 7 little bits for the skirt. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pop these like this, because this is going to be the front of it, and then I'm going to pop these on the back. So I've put them down so we know where they go. Take that off, then I'm just going to get a little bit of glue and pop a little bit of glue on the tips like this. Okay, I'm just going to move those, and then we can just put that, stick that on the top like that. Okay, and then these ones will go underneath like this. Just pop those underneath, and then we can glue that down. So these ones you want to put on first. This is how I found it. It's the easiest way of doing it. Just like this. Stick this one underneath, and look at that. There we go. That's the skirt. So we know it's all going to be even like that. So hold on to that. I don't know what I'm doing. Take this one off, isn't it? And then, or you can put them all, you can lie them all down first if you wanted to. With this glue you can move them out anyway. Pop this on top like that. Let's move it around like that, and there we go. Look at that, perfect. So those bits are just stuck on, and these bits are still free, if you know what I mean. So let's just not stick it to the table. There we go. So that's stuck down lovely. Look at that. Nice and simple. So these still move about. So then you can pop little bits of fabric. I've got little bits of this beautiful pink cheesecloth that I coloured. Now I coloured it with some of the Tim Holtz. Let's show you. I did it with this one here, which is lovely. So I'll pop a link down. I did a couple more, so I'll have a look and I'll link down the colours that I used on there. But again, you can use whatever you've got. It doesn't have to be the Tim Holtz. So taken little bits like this, and it makes it all nice and raggedy, doesn't it? So you can put them on the top, underneath, wherever you like. Little bits, which I'm loving. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just open this piece up. I'm going to take a little bit of glue gun just so it sets a bit quicker. Pop this in. I'll pop this one on here, I think, and then tuck that in and stick that down. We can attach it up there in a minute because I'll pop something along that top piece. Do the same on here, around this side. A little bit of glue underneath there. Now again, you don't have to add anything, but I just think it looks really, really pretty, doesn't it? Stick that underneath like that. Looks like a little Cinderella dress, doesn't it? Let's just take these little bits, pop a little bit under there, stick that in, close that down. Oh, I love it. What did I do with that other little bit? There it is. Hiding. Lift that up. Oops. A little bit of glue in there. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Stick that down. Look at that. Don't you think that's just lovely? Now what I'm going to do, I've got ready-made bows here, which I've just got with my little bits of seam binding. And look at that. That can just sit on there. Maybe I'll go for the lighter one. No, I think I'll go for this one. And I just think a little bow on there just looks so pretty. Shall we put something along here? Now I've got some of this as well. Let me take a little bit of this off. Maybe I'll scrunch. Let's just scrunch a little bit. Oh, it's so nice to be working with some pretty pink bits. Nice little shabby bits. Now I'm going to start on Monday the journal. So I'm going to start getting that ready on Monday, I think. So look at that. That's a nice scruffy piece. So I've got all the papers together. Now if you've got the all the papers like in the kit and the freebie kits and bits like that, you will end up with lots and lots of papers. So I've mixed and matched all of mine together. Well, they all go together anyway. But I'll show you when I start doing the kit, because I've added the shabby pink kit to it. I've added some music paper to the backing of them. So a lot of my kits do go together. So if you've got any of the other ones, oopsie daisy, then they all do mix and match really lovely. Look at that. Don't you think that looks so pretty? And then a little bow on there, like that. Pop that down. Now I was just thinking, I think I might stick these down a little bit more. There we go. Like that. Look at that. Just wondering whether I could pop something on there so it looks like a little strap of some sort. What do you think? Would that go on? What I mean, so if you pop that on there so it looks like a little top of the dress, that would look. Maybe I'll pop that on the other one because I've got the seam binding on this one now, haven't I? Do you think this is going to be too big? That'll be too big for a little strap. Not really. If I scrunch it up, twist it, maybe I could just pop it on. That would look pretty, wouldn't it? Like it's their little top. Oh, I think I'll do that. That looks lovely. So let's just roll it, really, isn't it? Scrunch it up like that. Oh, I do love seam binding. Let's just cut that off. We need 2 straps the same size. And it will look like a little dress. Little dress with little straps on it. Just go with that little roll up. Pop that together. What should we do? Just pop those on there. Oh, I like that. That's pretty, isn't it? I will probably just stick this to the page actually. But I will do this first. That's a bit too long. Not really. I can always alter it, can't we? We can alter the little dress. That's okay. Let's pop that on there. Pop this down. Pop that on. Oh, look at that. That's just gorgeous. Now that looks like a little ballet outfit, doesn't it? Shall we pop some little bits of bling on here? Look, I've got my little shiny gems in here, which I haven't used for a very long time. So should we just pop a little one? Should we pop a big one just here? Just like that. Now I'm going to put my lid on because we know that dries up quite quickly. What have we got in here? There's one. Let's turn you over. There we go. Oh, look at that. Just so pretty. That glue will dry, and that glue will dry clear. Whoops. I put some little diddy ones across here. Should we just have... Should we do 4 either side? Just that last little one can go under the strap there. Then we want 4... Oops, I'm going to dip my finger in it. Let's go in this one because this one's got lots of little ones in it. Let's just pop those on there. Oops, there's lots on this one. Stuck together. Let's take that off a minute. Those ones are stuck together. Let's use those in a minute. Pop these little ones on. Nice and pretty. Now I haven't used, like I said, I haven't used these little gems for ages. So, and this comes with it. This doesn't come with it. That's supposed to come off. That's just the thing that holds it into here. That goes on there. I'm trying to keep it all together because this is the wax on the end of this. And that's what helps pick up the little gems on the end. So let's just take these off. Oops, missed. Look at that, pretty, pretty. This will dry. I'm going to knock that off. But look at that. Oh, just think that's so lovely, isn't it? Okay, so that's one little dress. Now look at these. I'm loving them. Now I'm going to make the little diddy one because we've got this little one here. Like this. So look, this is that one. I just think they're just gorgeous, aren't they? Let's pop you there. Same thing, we shall pop 3 like this. Actually, maybe I will do, shall we just put the glue on all of them? Let's put these down like that. Let's take this off. As long as you've got the width here, these two, that should fit in. Then we will pop these on the top like that. So it should fit. Oopsie daisy. Like that, what do you reckon? And then that just goes on top. So I need to take this. Oops, just pop a little bit of glue on each one of those. Oopsie daisy. Like that. Pop this on the top and stick that down. Got enough wiggle room time before that dries anyway, but I think that's pretty good, don't you? There we go. And that makes it sort of pretty even, doesn't it? So let's just make sure we haven't, which I think I probably have, stuck it to the table. Might be better if you do it on a little bit of parchment paper or something like that, baking paper. Let's just pop that on there. Just so it doesn't stick to your table. Look at that. Oh, I do love them. What should we pop on this one? What do you think? Should we just go with, look, I've got these lovely little roses as well. That's pretty, isn't it? But I think that might go better with a bigger one, mightn't it? I think those roses are just a little bit too big. Should we have another little bow? I'm not going to put any fabric on this one. I'm just going to pop. I don't know, maybe we'll have a little bow at the top. Let's see, let's pull this down so these aren't so big. I might just pop that little bow on the top. And cut these ends off. Pop these into a little snippet roll or something. Actually, I might make a snippet roll to go in this journal because I think that would work really well, wouldn't it? Little bow on there. Beautiful. And then I'm going to take these. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep all these bits together because I've decorated these little dresses with it. So I know these are what I want to put into the journal. So I'm going to gather all my nice pretty pinky bits up. Little bits of fabric and whatever papers or anything that I've got. Just so we can have a collection of bits to go into the journal so it all works well together. So what I'll do is I'll do that on Monday. I'll show you what I've gathered up and we can start doing some bits and pieces. Okay, so what I've got 5 of these because obviously we want a sort of like odd number. So we can pop one of these in the middle like that. So we'll have one in the middle. Let's take this. They've got like a sticky back to them, but I don't trust them to stick properly, so there we go. And then 2 either side like that. Got one there. Stick to my desk. Now if you're brave you can add little bits of glitter to it if you wanted to. Make it nice and pretty and blingy. Love it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this on there. What I should have done, I should have made this one into a little paper clip first, shouldn't I? I was going to add a little bit of glue and pop the little bow on the top. There we go. Well, won't add the paper clip because now those are going to be wet. But look at these. I just think they are so pretty. Love it. Shall we do the last one? So they're all done. Loving it. Look at that. I will show you them all in a minute. Let's just do this last one. Like that. So this one's got lots more little petals on it. Like this. Now of course you don't have to use these. You can just use the bodice and do, oh, I could do a nice big skirt, couldn't I? Josh and me, you could just have a beautiful little skirt. You don't have to use all of these. You could put a few of those and that underneath. Lovely. I remember I did a picture which has got a bodice on. It was origami bodice and I made a really beautiful little dress and I just loved it. It was lovely. So some of these go one way and some of these go the other way. Can you see? They sort of like, they're not quite sort of like teardrop shapes. They sort of like, they're different ways and they're slightly sort of like different colours as well. So let's just pop some of these on like this. Shall we just go sort of round? So these are slightly smaller, like that. So we've got 4, for that side. Shall we do which way? Let's do like this. 4 like that, then we can have the one in the middle. What do you reckon? We've got this little one in the middle like that. Does that go on? There we are. That's roughly, we need to sort of see the ends, don't we? Like that, I think. Pop that on. We can move it about a little bit, but as long as they're sort of in place. Like that. Pop that on. Then we can just move them a little bit. One of the back's fallen off. Stick you on. Not going to stick on, are you? There we go. Does that look even? Let's pull this one out. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Perfect. Okay. That's cute, isn't it? Let's put the lid on that. Now what I might do, I liked that little scrunchy bit that I had. I might actually make like a scrunchy bow with this. Let's just cut a little bit down here. Just this nice end bit. Scrunch it up a little bit more. How are we doing for time? Oh, doing good. So that's a nice scrunchy bit, isn't it? Let's just make a little scruffy bow. Just like that. I do like them with bows on. I think it looks really pretty, doesn't it? What do you think? That's nice, isn't it? So you don't have to be too fancy. Do you know what I mean? You only just have to put a little thing on it like that. I think I might stick some of these down just a little bit. What do I do with my glue? Just so they don't flap about too much. Like that. A little bit there. Now, of course, if you wanted to add another sort of colour in there, you can. If you wanted your... Oh, look, I'm going to put glue on there. A pink and blue journal, or pink and purpley, or pink and yellow, or something like that. Or add a little bit of white into there. You could have little white bows on there, couldn't you? This is quite hard. This is some lace I've got, but it's quite hard. I was going to try and colour it. I think that bow's a little bit too big. Okay. Can always cut these little bits off at a later date, can't I? Let's just pop that on there. Let's use a little bit of... So don't worry if you're not very neat at putting the the skirt on. They do look like petals, don't they? Because you can sort of cover them up. Look at that, I just love it. Beautiful on the front of a journal. What should we pop on the top? Shall we pop some little gemmy things? I do like these actually. Now let's pop it down the front, I think. Shall we do that? Let's take these off first. So what should we have down the front? How many do you think we could have? 5? Might be able to get 7 actually down the front. What's that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Let's start at the top. Oops, blocked a bit of glue on there already. One on there. Take that off. that down. Look, I've got a blocked glue on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do normally like to go for an odd number, but that's okay. Not very even, are they? Turn these over. Turn over. Oh, it's gone up my nail. There we go. Look at that. Gorgeous. Love them. So there we go, guys. These are just beautiful. So I've made lots of them because I'm going to make some little tiny journals as well. Well, not little tiny journals, but a little journal with the little postcard ones. Now, let me just see if I've got them and if they will fit. I've got all the papers on here, because it will look nice on the front. I don't know whether I've even got them here. Have I got the embellishment bits? I don't think I have. I must have. No, they're the ones that I put on the back. Oh, here they are, right behind me. Can you see I've got these ones here? And look at that. I think they will go absolutely perfect, won't they? On there. Love them, absolutely love them. And that's my little one that I've got glittery bits on. Just beautiful. So they will fit on there. Perfect. So there we go, guys. That is a few of them there. So this one has got the beautiful little straps on there. Nice little bit of fabric on there. So I might stick that down a little bit more because it's a little bit loose, I think. Tiny little bit on there. There we go, that's a little bit better. But aren't they just lovely? So, little bit of fussy cutting, but they are just come out fabulous. So there we go, guys. Go and gather up all your nice pretty pink bits and pieces that you've got, so that you can embellish them, if I can talk. And I just think they're lovely. And on Monday I will gather up all sorts of bits and pieces, and I'll show you all the things that I would like to put into the journal. So I'm going to sort out all the things that I think I can find. So I'll have a little rummage around my art room today and make up a little tray of bits and pieces. So I hope you've, going to give this a go. I'll pop the links down to the kit underneath the video. And I'll pop the Friday freebie video as well underneath, because it all goes together fabulously. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day, a lovely weekend, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.